On a quiet Friday night, a 19-year-old babysitter walked into a family's home to watch their two children. By morning, she was gone. No phone, no car, no sign she ever left the house. But 3 days later, police discovered something in the woods that turned a missing person case into the darkest mystery the town had ever seen. And the most disturbing part? Someone inside that house may have known exactly what happened. Small towns are supposed to be safe. Quiet streets. Neighbors who know each other. The kind of place where parents trust a teenage babysitter with their children and don't worry about a thing. But in the town of Willow Creek, one night shattered that sense of safety forever. Because the babysitter who walked into that house never walked out. Her name was Emily Carter. She was 19 years old. Emily was known around town as responsible, kind, and someone families trusted with their children. She had been babysitting since she was 15. Parents recommended her to each other. Teachers described her as dependable. And the kids she babysat absolutely loved her. Emily had plans too. She was saving money for college and hoped to study early childhood education. Which is why, when the Henderson family asked her to watch their two kids on a Friday night, she didn't hesitate. It seemed like just another normal job, but it would be the last night anyone ever saw her. It was October 14th. At 6:30 p.m., Emily arrived at the Henderson home. The parents, Mark and Lisa Henderson, were heading to a dinner party across town. According to them, everything seemed completely normal when they left. Emily helped the kids with homework. They watched a movie. And at 8:17 p.m., Emily sent a text to her friend. "Easy babysitting job tonight. The kids are already half asleep." Nothing seemed unusual, but sometime after 10 p.m., something changed, because the next message Emily sent would become one of the most disturbing clues in the entire case. At 10:42 p.m., Emily texted her friend again. But this time the message was different. It read, "Someone just knocked on the door." Her friend replied, "Who?" Emily responded only once more. "I don't think they're supposed to be here." Then, nothing. No more texts. No more calls. Her phone went completely silent. The Henderson parents returned home around 12:30 a.m. They later told police they assumed Emily had already gone home. But there was one problem with that story. Emily's car was still parked outside. Inside the house, things looked mostly normal. The kids were asleep. The living room lights were still on. But Emily was nowhere to be found. Her phone was sitting on the kitchen counter. Her bag was still there, and the back door was slightly open. At first, police thought Emily had simply stepped outside, but when they searched the yard, they found something that immediately changed the investigation. Just beyond the backyard fence, officers discovered a single shoe. It belonged to Emily, and it looked like it had been pulled off during a struggle. Suddenly, the case wasn't about a missing babysitter anymore. It was about a possible abduction. The entire town was put on edge. Police searched the woods. Volunteers combed through fields. Helicopters scanned the surrounding area. But for 3 days, there was no sign of Emily Carter. Then, on the 4th day, a search volunteer noticed something deep in the forest, about 2 miles from the Henderson home. At first, it looked like a pile of discarded clothing, but when police arrived, they made a horrifying discovery. It was Emily. She had been hidden beneath branches and leaves. The quiet town of Willow Creek had just become the scene of a murder investigation. But the most chilling part of the case came next, because detectives soon realized something about the timeline. That didn't make sense. Emily's last message was sent at 10:42 p.m., but neighbors reported hearing a car speeding away from the Henderson house around midnight. That meant something disturbing. If the timeline was correct, Emily had been inside that house for over an hour after sending her final message. And investigators started asking a difficult question. Was the person who knocked on the door really a stranger? Or was it someone Emily already knew? Detectives began looking closely at the Henderson family. At first, nothing seemed suspicious. But during questioning, investigators noticed small inconsistencies in the parents' story. The dinner party they claimed to attend? Several guests said the couple arrived much later than they reported, nearly an hour later, which meant something very unsettling was possible. Emily may not have been alone in the house that night. Rumors spread quickly through Willow Creek. Some believed the babysitter had been targeted by someone passing through town. Others believed the truth was much closer to home. The Hendersons denied any involvement, and without solid evidence tying anyone directly to the crime, the investigation began to stall. Months passed, then years, and eventually, the case went cold. To this day, the disappearance and murder of Emily Carter remains one of Willow Creek's darkest mysteries. No arrests, no confirmed suspects. Just a single unanswered question that still haunts the town. Who knocked on the door that night? And why did the babysitter never come back? What do you think really happened that night? Was it a stranger? Or someone much closer than anyone realized? Let me know your theory in the comments. And if you enjoy true crime stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more mysteries that still have no answers. Because sometimes, the most terrifying stories are the ones that are true.